the ease of something like Amazon because you could just, click it and then it's on its way and it's, you can track it with the post office or whatever. And you forget that there are small businesses all throughout this community that are dying on the vine because we tend to take the lazy way out and shop on Amazon sometimes instead of getting something that we could get for a comparable price once you add in shipping. And that's things people forget. It's free shipping and handling after $150. Yeah, but you bought something for $43. You paid $13 shipping and handling. Was it really cheaper to buy it on Amazon when you figure all that in? And I think a lot of times people don't think about shipping and handling as part of the overall cost of what they say. Oh, I bought that pair of jeans for $30 on Amazon. They were $50 at the mall. Yeah, but how much was the shipping on it and everything? And then I bet it gets comparable to the pricing being the same. And sometimes I think we forget that, Galen. We forget to add in. It's not just the price that's posted for buying the item. You got to add in all the costs, shipping, handling, all that.
No, there's no doubt about that. You're absolutely right.
So, and especially here at the holiday season, small businesses need the support of their local community or they die on the vine. And I encourage everybody to take some time and just go to your small businesses and shop at them. But, we get caught up, Galen, and we love our computers and we shop on Amazon. And then there were people literally freaking out and pulling their hair out because oh my God, Amazon went down.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Not kind of.
Crazy.
Not kind of. But what's that say about how ingrained Amazon is? Because their whole system went down. The AWS system went down for a while in different parts. And because Amazon has such a big market share of all that is the cloud and all that is servers throughout the world and everything, it really, not just the shopping standpoint of it, but it really did handicap quite a few people of industry because they use the Amazon cloud and everything. It just goes to show you how vulnerable you can be in this day and age of technology where everything, the right hacker comes along, we could all be in a mess.
Well, I mean, the servers are hacked every day. I mean, they're hacking our hospitals and hijacking and kidnapping all the data. I mean, that's a kind of a regular occurrence now. It's just something you have to deal with.
Is this things when you're in meetings and all? Is this something that is do y'all have at Life South? Do y'all have like a cybersecurity detail or somebody that takes care of your cybersecurity, or is that something you outsource? I mean, I guess it's something that in this day and age you have to think about at Life South even on a regular basis.
Oh, constantly. We do not put our data in a cloud. It's just all of our donor data is on our own servers, just from a security standpoint. So, but we do have, obviously there's a lot of platforms that you have to have in the cloud, but we made a decision a long time ago that we wouldn't do that with our donor data. We do not share that with anyone.
Which is great because a lot of places that's what they do is they mine the data just for that specific reason so they can sell it and share it and give it to other people for a profit, unbeknownst to people a lot of times, although they will tell you, no, when you clicked on that I agree icon on the computer, you didn't read it carefully. It was in there. We said we were going to sell your data. You just didn't read your whole agreement. And when was the last time anybody actually read one of those agreements that is on the computer that you click on and just say, I agree?
Oh, sure. Sure. I mean, and we're in a very trusting society, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because of that. And let's be clear, what percentage of the population actually understands the language that they're using? A lot of it is so...
It's legalese.
Yeah, and you just don't... You're like, okay, I don't exactly know what that means. I'm just going to hit agree. Okay, yes, I'll take your cookies. Yeah?
Yeah. Allow or deny? Allow.
I use DuckDuckGo on all of my own computers and my own phones and my own tablets, and I use Google for Gmail and photos and for storage, but I just don't use them anymore for browsers. For that reason, because they just mine the heck out of your data.
Well, and for those that don't think that happens, there's a reason why you do a Google search, and then every platform that you're on from then on, the rest of the day or the rest of the week, the rest of the month, you keep seeing pop-ups advertising that Google search you looked for, within minutes, sometimes within seconds, you start getting, advertising cookies nailing you and pop-up banners coming up and everything for what you just looked up on Google, because that's how Google makes its money.
Well, I think it's far worse than that. I think it's for they're listening to everything you're saying anyway on your phone or whatever, because you can be talking about something, and then later in the day, all of a sudden, an ad comes up for exactly what you were talking about. You're like, oh, I didn't search for that. So, yeah, I mean, the Big Brother's always there. It's big tech now.
You make a very good point. We were talking about a cruise, and we were with some friends of ours at the ale house having lunch one day, talking about a cruise, and my friend was saying, hey, right now you can get this cruise for under $400, and we're sitting there talking. Later that afternoon, being on I don't do cruises. It's not my thing. I don't want to go sit in the water and circle for 3 days. It's just not my deal. Okay? Pops up on my phone, Caribbean Cruise Line and Norwegian Cruise Line, both. Not Caribbean Cruise, some other cruise line and Norwegian both pop up trips for under $500. And they start sending me these advertisements for you could be in the inside cabin and everything. All these advertisements for something I never looked up. I would never look up. I wouldn't even try to look up, but we had a conversation about it with our phones right there with us on the table at the ale house, and then here I am with these ads coming up showing me cruise options for under $500. So that's exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that happens. That most certainly happens.
Happens all the time. Big Brother is listening. Speaking of Big Brother, I need to pay some bills so Big Brother doesn't, shut us down. We'll be right back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Are you or your loved one being released from a hospital and wondering how you'll manage? Inform your physician that you want to go to Palm Garden of Ocala at 2700 Southwest 34th Street for your rehabilitation. Palm Garden provides pain management, post-discharge follow-up, diabetic care, psychosocial support, and so much more. Plus, they even offer outpatient rehab. This award-winning care facility has a team of licensed professionals dedicated to enhancing your independence. Call 352-854-6262 today.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. We got Galen on from Life South. Brought to you by the good folks at Penn Flooring, Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, and Just Shipped. Got him for about another, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that to the bottom of the hour, 8:30. Galen, it is the holiday season. Are you and your family Are you and your family the type that get out with each other and put the ladders up and put the lights on the house, and you got the yard decorated with the lights and everything, and you're just getting that festive Christmas spirit? Or are you the guy that just puts the Christmas tree up and that's it?
The rule in our family is I don't do anything inside. I'm not equipped. I'm not skilled. And my wife thinks I break things, all of which are true. I'm in charge for outside the house only after the inside of the house person in charge, the inside of the house supervisor, is approved, signed off, and checked on it before I can add anything, take anything down, or purchase anything. So I don't know if that's the way the family does it or not, but I don't touch anything. I'm not allowed to
until it's been approved by the person that's in charge.
Well, and again, I cannot do it without direct supervision.
So basically, you're just labor. That's all you are.
No. I think if you ask my wife, she would tell you I'm in charge of outside decoration.
But all those outside decorations, must be approved by the inside decoration coordinator. Is what you're saying?
Well, of course. I don't. We live in a democracy, and I just don't happen to have a vote. But yeah, but my wife will tell you I'm in charge of outside decoration.
As long as she approves of them, yes.
Yeah, am I a paper tiger, Tom? Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
But I own my role. You know, that's what a good team does. You have role players. I own my role. That's not true. I'm also in charge of moving anything that's heavy. I'm also in charge of getting everything out of the attic, storing it in the designated area. Per box as a designated area. And then I'm in charge of putting said boxes back up into the attic.
So like I said, you're the labor force.
People that help me do that.
You're the labor force. That's what it is. You're the labor force coordinator.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm in the leadership of this crew. I'm just told.
Okay. As long as you keep believing that. You keep believing that. Hey, let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're on with Galen and Tom.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Morning, Hugh.
Say, Galen, with the snowbirds coming back down, do you notice an uptick in blood donators?
Thanks for the call, Hugh.
Ooh, yeah, not yet. It's just been a struggle, but I'm hoping they're here, and sometimes it takes them a little while to get in. There are a handful that the second they come into town, they donate. But it's not been as significant as it has in the past. I will say that.
So the snowbirds do, though, contribute a little bit, but it's been better in the past
Absolutely.
than it has been recently. But how much of that do you chalk up to the pandemic?
Well, that's the thing. It's weird where I don't know if you've noticed, there's a big influx of people moving to Florida. I think the pandemic has driven our real estate prices through the roof because people are like, I got to get out of wherever I was living. And then, they see people in Florida. You don't see people taking pictures with masks on anymore in Florida.
No.
The way you do in other states. And most of the people are coming from, those blue states, the Michigan, the Minnesotas, everybody from the Northeast. And, it's been a real shot in the arm for our economy, for real estate side. What's hurting us, Tom, and it's getting better, but we're still at about 85% of our work capacity. That's been by far and away the biggest factor on us. We just can't operate as many blood drives with the same hours that we were able to pre-pandemic. It's hard. It's very, very difficult to get staffing. And you look at all of the businesses that are going up that we're competing against. It's been tough. It's been really tough.
Well, and that it's not just felt by you; it's felt by a lot of different industries
Absolutely.
throughout the country.
Sure.
And it's just one of those things that we need to get past the politics of this and get back to normal living. And we have here in Florida. Thank goodness, we have for the most part in Florida. And you know, they rolled out the next variant, the next Greek alphabet, and now. You know, it's ultra contagious. Oh, it's terribly contagious. It's more contagious than the Omicron, than the Delta variant. Oh wait, but if you get your third booster shot, you'll be fine. It's all about now. Now it's all about.
Not even that.
Now it's Pfizer's pushing that third booster shot. When does it become? When do you just decide? Okay, now it's just about Pfizer making money. It's really not even that big a deal. Now it's just about Pfizer making money. Oh, wait, it's always been about Pfizer making money.
Yeah, well, and I've said this from the get-go. I really didn't want to get into COVID talk, but I've said this from the get-go. You've got to be transparent. So, for example, share with us the information on reactions to the vaccine. Share with us how much it costs. Right? We pay for it. Right? You and I, Tom. You more than me, because you're a big baller, paid for this. We should have a right to know what each one of these shots is costing the federal government. Now, we do know what Trump did, and it was pretty smart, is he front-loaded and purchased millions of these shots up front, right, which basically guaranteed that the pharmacy companies it was worth their doing, which I think was brilliant. But if you've noticed, after we did those first initial dosages, now all they want is more boosters and more boosters and more boosters. And Omicron, and I haven't looked at it in the last 2 days. I looked at it on Monday. No one in South Africa or in the United States has died from Omicron.
No, nobody. It doesn't look like it's going to be near as dangerous.
No, it's just a mild flu.
Right.
Which means if you're a dad or you're a man, you're going to be in the bed for 4 or 5 days waiting for your wife to fix you. You know, I mean, that's kind of the way it works in my family.
So you can get out and put up the Christmas decorations.
Yeah, absolutely. They're already up. Man, if they're not up in my house, I'll get fired. And I can't handle any more of a pay cut.
Are y'all you're the family that, you know, within a couple days after Thanksgiving, all the decorations are up?
No. That's what Friday is for. Black Friday is all about.
So it's the day after
up
Thanksgiving.
decorations.
It's not a few days. It's the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's correct. And, it's a timeline for when that Christmas tree goes up and when it goes down. In my house, it goes up the day after Thanksgiving, and it comes down. And there is no, if you walked into my house on December 26th, you would be like, oh, you guys are Jewish or you just don't celebrate Christmas. We take it all out. All of it's gone because my wife gets sick of looking at it.
Wow.
Now, right now, my house looks like I'm inside. Because I've got a limit on what I can do outside. Inside, it looks like a Macy's store. But outside, the committee, which I'm a part of, decided that we weren't doing a lot of the things that I traditionally do. I was downsized. The economy hit me hard because when I took everything down last year, my wife threw it all away.
Time to start over. New lights, everything.
Pretty much. And we were trying some things, and I did shop locally as much as I could. And if it's not perfect, my wife is she's a scientist, right? By definition, she's a scientist, and so she loves things to be perfect. So if it's not perfect, it doesn't go up. She doesn't like the blow-ups. She's like, we don't have children anymore.
Well, and the blow-ups are so expensive, too. The blow-ups are just ridiculously expensive.
Oh, I've got like 3 of them that I've had for a long time. and she wanted to throw away. I said, I'm not throwing these away.
See, here's my question, and you know, I'm a transplant to Ocala. We got about 2 minutes. I'm a transplant to Ocala, so I don't know. You know, when I grew up in Jacksonville and where I grew up in the rest of my time in Georgia, there was a big group of people that would, like 8, 9, 10 houses in neighborhoods that would all coordinate lights, and traffic would come watch and drive the lights and all. And I don't know that there's a place like that in Ocala. I may not know because there is, and I may not know it. But sometimes I think because of what the city does with Light Up Ocala, that sometimes we don't get the big light displays in the neighborhoods anymore. You know, the really big, because there was one light display in Jacksonville that people would drive. The guy had lived on 2 acres of land, and the news would come out every year. Here's his lights again. His light bill would be like $1,000 in December and everything. Is there? Do you know of anybody or anywhere around Ocala that does that, or is Light Up Ocala pretty much our way of doing that?
Well, where you have like a whole neighborhood where you're trying to one up one another.
Yeah.
Not really. We used to. It's kind of gone down over time. You'll find a few, and they're like, "Oh, that's really nice." But yeah, it's. I think part of it is with this year. I just don't know how many people really have the time. And it was really cold and wet and nasty right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people will put it off. And you go to a place like downtown Ocala, and it's like they do such a great job of it. You know, the World Equestrian Center.
Yeah, they're beautiful out there.
Great job
I just want a Clark Griswold. I want the guy that goes out and he plugs his lights in and it causes a brownout in an entire subdivision. I want that guy. Hey, Galen, there are
a handful, not many.
Before I let you go, we need to know, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Hey, Bloodmobile today, we're actually at the Publix right there at 40 Shopping Center again. They're having us, and we're pretty happy about that. So come see us, and as always, we're right on the boulevard, 1607 East Silver Springs Boulevard. Give the gift of life, donate blood.
Galen Newnoff from Lifestyle. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bye, all.
We'll be right back on WOCA, The Source.
USA Radio News.
According to Senator Rick Scott, corporate America is not interested in principles when profits are on the line.
As the Biden administration announced it will be diplomatically boycotting the Winter Olympics in China, Chinese media announced no one cares if politicians don't show up. The human rights offenses in China are documented and atrocious. Republican Senator Rick Scott with the Armed Services Committee says money over principles is a bad direction for a freedom-loving nation.
Whether it's the NBA or whether it's Nike or whether it's Delta, they're all focused on how they make more money. Heck with human rights. They would like to get their rights, and they want to criticize everything that happens in this country. But God forbid they do anything that would impact their ability to make a profit.
From the West Coast to USA Radio News Bureau, I'm Lance Pry.
And a jury has completed deliberations for the day in the trial of actor Jussie Smollett. This is USA Radio News.
Words and music. For the last year, the Federal Reserve has told us inflation is, in a word, transitory. But the Fed can't fight the music of inflation. It's what happens when we print trillions of dollars. Hi, my name's Adam Barata. I've built the #1 precious metals firm in the country by adding massive value. And Advantage Gold wants to earn your business by doing that for you right now. My best-selling Gold Inflation Index report retails for $500. I want to email it to all serious investors with retirement accounts for free. No salespeople, no rigmarole, no gimmicks. Simply text the letters GII to 49776. I'll email you my best-selling gold inflation report right now. Text GII to 49776. That's GII to 49776. Let Advantage Gold add massive value, and then we'll ask for your business. Text GII to 49776.
It's the Mecum Auto Auction in Kissimmee, Florida. The Mecum Auction Company is the world leader of collector car, vintage and antique motorcycle, and road art sales, and this year's auction is in Kissimmee from January 6th to the 16th at the Osceola Heritage Park. WOCA will be broadcasting live from the auction January 7th from 10 a.m. to noon, and you can join us. 5 winners will receive a free one-day ticket for 2 to tour the venue, check out the cars, watch the auction, and take in the Mecum experience. To enter to win, call us at 352-732-8000 when